Hometown Hero, sponsored by Rotolo Chevrolet.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Let's go back over to Chris Hayre one more time for this week's edition of Hometown Hero, and you got another great one.
Yeah, we do, Jim. You know, sports teams are always looking for an edge. One local college softball team has turned to chiropractic medicine. I went to visit Hope International University in Fullerton to find out how they turned themselves into a perennial power. This season, the Hope International softball team won their second GSAC regular season title in 3 years under head coach Alex Mascarenas. He credits some of their success to the team's chiropractic treatments.
We had everyone kind of go into it not knowing what to expect, but we've seen performances on the field excel. We've seen us be consistent on and off the field. Our team GPA off the field is right around a 3.3. We want to see them do well in every aspect, and I think since they've bought in and they've seen the results kind of continue to go in the right direction.
How different do you see your performance?
I went to him for a week and I started I was moving freely, nothing hurt, everything just felt loose and brand new. It's helped us a lot, honestly, on the field, off the field, everything's just been great, and there's been not a lot of complaints about injuries.
Obviously staying on the field every day is a big thing on how we can get better, and it's something that we have found that has helped us kind of take those next steps to be able to compete at the highest level.
Dr. Ken Cooper is the lead doctor at Cooperstown Chiropractic.
Several years ago, there was the head coach had sent me one of their players that had injured her ACL. And when she came into the office, we evaluated her and we identified that the ACL injury wasn't actually just a knee injury, it was from a concussion. So once we found that and we fixed it, what was super cool was she was able to go back to Hope, and next thing you know, she ends up winning Conference Player of the Year.
So you would never think that a concussion and an ACL are correlated.
But that's just because of the loss of proprioception, the loss of where they are in space, and their balance is something as simple as like a tag out play, becomes like a catastrophic injury.
He's also the author of the new book, Concussion CPR. It's
kind of the breakthrough of treatment and understanding as to what you're going through, and really it highlights both patient stories, but then also what's the science behind it, because there's a science, there's a philosophy, and there's an art. Right, and the art is actually how to get these people well, and it's not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional. One of the girls that we deal with here, anxiety was her primary concern and primary complaint, and now she's done marvelously.
The team's approach all comes back to their coach's care for his players.
As much as we maybe probably don't tell them enough, we're proud of them in every aspect that they do on and off the field, and they only continue to keep pushing, which we strive for. Once they leave here, that they're stronger, more confident. We feel this is what has led us to kind of care for our girls each individually in any way that we can.
And when you think about it, how mentally tough those ladies are.
Yeah, the one thing that really stuck out to me doing this piece, guys, was just the off the field and the care that the team has for these girls, not only on the softball field, obviously they're playing really well, but just how GPAs have gone up, how they're feeling mentally. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. So to see the care that the coach is putting into the girls, for life after softball too, I just think that that's kind of an extra layer to this. But also just the chiropractic, I didn't know the concussions were connected to ACLs, and just you learn something new every day.
Sure. Yeah, I think for most coaches, they'll tell you, I think when you work with the player from the inside out, whether it be mental, physical, whatever the case may be, you're going to get performance on and off the court or the field.
And that shows you just how important those people are in those positions, like coaches are.
Absolutely, because it's more than just wins and losses. This is about, kind of developing the best people in life and having the utmost care for them. So again, I go back to just not just the on-field performance, just life after softball and what they're doing in the classroom as well.
Yeah, it's amazing because when you talk to people who are adults and you talk about them growing up in their junior high and high school days, they remember everything about their coaches. They may forget about the classes and things like that, but they remember their coaches.
Yeah, I think everyone, when there's young people and there's the coaches, the classroom, the teachers, the administrators, they're making an impact.